Everybody, what's going on? KSA Chris here, the Real Estate Blitz. Want to do a quick video because I keep getting asked about it, talking about lead systems, inbound systems. And the big question I usually keep getting is, are you still, or am I still using Commissions Inc? I am not. I am not still using Commissions Inc. I still think Commissions Inc is a great system, but from the time I posted that video until now, it's completely different. Lots of major changes. So this is what I did. I was at Commissions Inc. some years ago, and then I went to FirePoint. FirePoint was fire. It was fantastic. Really was pleased with it for quite a while. But then FirePoint, I guess, sold to somebody else. New management came in, and it turned into these relationships that I had created with different people that were important to me in my business. And I from what I understand, many other people feel this way. They either got rid of them or changed the way they did it, and it just became not as good as it was. So I knew as it started to shift and adjust, and I think I did a video on FirePoint as well. As I knew it was changing, shifting, and adjusting, I knew I needed to do something else that was going to fit what we were looking for at that time. So where did we land? We ended up at Ylopo, and it's wild because in the beginning of Ylopo, I had a few friends that were telling me about it. They said it was fantastic, and I just every time I dug into it, I'm like, no, it's just not for me. It's not going to fit the model that I have. It doesn't make sense. And then there were certain things I didn't like about it. So basically, like, it's funny, I'm sitting here looking at my follow-up boss right now. So Ylopo is its own kind of entity as far as what it goes out, does lead generation, things like that for you. And then you have to come up on your own CRM on the back end, and they tie together as opposed to a one-stop in a box kind of setup and system. I didn't like that either. However, pause for effect. There came a point where I couldn't deny looking into it. It was getting too apparent. I saw too many people that I really respect in the business that were winning and that really enjoyed it. It was doing well by them and doing well by their team. Even one-off agents that were using it. And then when we started getting into the cost was extremely comparable and it made sense. So I says, you know what, I'm going to explore it. Big one, I interviewed, I don't know if you guys know Gabe, but I interviewed Gabe on some videos a long time ago. I think he was still at FirePoint is when I interviewed him. He's over at Ylopo now as well. And that was probably the final thing for me to say, okay, I'm going to explore Ylopo. Let me tell you, to date, this is easily my favorite system that I've used when it comes to lead generation and just the processes. It's the first time I've been able to manage a pretty heavy lead flow. For one, the leads are highly qualified. I'm extremely happy with the way that they're qualifying the leads as they come in, and the overall garbage, and I don't want to say, yeah, I'll say it, the overall unqualified person, and I'm sure you've all seen it. Oh, here's Joe jump off a ledge. I'll give him a call right now. It's like, people, the way that they're qualifying it actually puts in good quality information, and they are real people that genuinely want to connect with a real estate agent, a loan professional, something along those lines. They're looking for real estate. They actually are in the game and are looking to purchase something or sell something. That's probably my favorite one first, is just the quality. Now, the way Ylopo connects with Follow-Up Boss and then the Follow-Up Boss system, I am stupidly over the top happy. Now, what I will say, there's certain clunky parts of Follow-Up Boss, and I'll probably do a video in the future where I will actually bring up my screen. I just got to figure out how to remove, because there's a lot of personal people's private information on there. I don't want to put it out on YouTube. But I would love to show what I found in it and kind of how we're using it and utilizing it, because as you have a large lead flow, whether it's 100 leads per month or 400 leads per month, it's how do you parse through it? So here's one of my big challenges that I've always had with a team. I had to trust individual agents to work the system in order to get a return. The bad part about that, you either have new agents who don't know what they're doing and they just won't do it. You have old agents that are very successful and they have enough money in the bank to where they won't do it. And then you have the hungry people that will go in there and completely just lay waste to your whole system because they're like, instead of following the rules, they're like, well, I'm just going to mass email and mass text everybody. And they just completely poison the waters within the system. And it's the hard part about it is at the end of the day, and I would say if you're an individual agent, maybe we should talk about that too. If you're an individual agent, I think this is a great system. If you're running a team, I think it's a fantastic system, but for different reasons. But the challenge is running a team. The agents that are on the team, even though they'll tell you they do, they genuinely don't care about the team lead's money. They say they do, but they don't understand what it means. So if a team lead invests X number of dollars into a system, at the end of the day, there needs to be a return. But you're trusting an agent to sit down and do exactly what they need to do so they are profitable. And in return, the team lead makes a profit so they can give more money to the team. It never really works out that way unless you have a team lead that's going to come in and rule just draconian rule within the team and just pressures people. What I really like about Ylopo and Follow Up Boss working together, but Ylopo as far as the leads that are coming in, it's extremely easy to manage a heavy lead flow without the need of the whole team. In fact, I think with the lead flow that's coming in right now, I haven't needed to require any of the agents on the team to reach out, contact, or call any of those leads. Now that'll probably change here in the future as we up the lead flow quite a bit. I know there's a team in the same brokerage where I'm at right now that brings in roughly 400 plus leads per month, and it's required that their different agents do X number of calls. But to me, I still think if there's a way to set it up to where I could take that out of their hands and then hand them a very warm or hot lead, that's better than trusting with the different variations of agent, trusting them to qualify and warm them up to get to the point that they want to purchase or sell a home. So lots of great things. If you're looking for a new inbound system and you're looking for a CRM, I will say I'm extremely pleased, very happy with Ylopo as a pay to play kind of system, lead generating system. It's been fantastic. I'm very, very happy with it. CRM, I will tell you, the deeper I get into the Follow Up Boss CRM, I really wish I would have done it sooner. The first time I heard of Follow Up Boss was from what's his oh my gosh, I'm going to be so upset because I'm going to end up remembering right after the video. And he's actually a loan. He runs a wonderful loan business. I'm so mad. I'll remember later. But a buddy of mine runs a loan business, and he told me about it years ago. Years ago, he told me about Follow Up Boss, and it sounded too complicated. He paid all this money to have somebody come in and build it for him, and we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and I didn't want to do that. I wasn't committed enough. I really wanted an out of the box system that's going to work and be functional. What I would say is since I've started it, out of the box, it's been extremely functional. But what's cool is there's so much information, there's so many videos, there's so much documentation that I can go out and research at my leisure that it's just lined me up. And I continue, I think every week I'm adding a little something else. And I'm able to mass run that throughout the entire system, whatever that new adjustment is. And it's been great. It's probably it's my favorite. It's my favorite CRM yet. It's my favorite CRM yet. I will say there's some stuff that irritates me about it. That's for sure. There's certain things that are clunky that are inside of it that I liked on other systems. But if I look at it strictly as big picture, what's the best CRM I've ever had? Follow Up Boss, easily, probably the best system I've ever used. But yeah, there's just a couple. And here's the thing: the odds are good. The reason why these couple of things exist, and I think they're clunky, it's simply because I'm ignorant and I don't know what I'm doing yet. It's still pretty new to me. It's been 3 months, but 3 months, fantastic returns. Really, really glad I did it and that I'm using it. And I'll be honest with you, I've never said anything horribly bad about many products. I'll tell you, I don't like certain products from my experience, but I will tell you, FirePoint is probably the first company that I ended up being very disappointed in because I talked so highly of them and I was so happy with them. Like I never thought I would ever leave FirePoint. And then they became just average. They were way above average. In my opinion, they were the best out there and they just became extremely average. And it's disappointing. I don't know. Now, here's the thing. I haven't used FirePoint in probably 7, 8 months. So it's possible that they fix those challenges and it's January 4th of 2024. Who knows? Somebody will be watching this video like 3 years from now going, oh, they're great. It's 2024. So 8 months ago, probably was the last time I used FirePoint. And I just was extremely disappointed. I think the big one was I was extremely disappointed with the customer service and the inability to really address the challenges I was having. I have had some challenges with Follow Up Boss and Ylopo because of me, because of this guy. It wasn't because the system couldn't do it. I just didn't know what I was doing. And what's great is I'm able to reach out and get customer service in a reasonable, what I consider a reasonable amount of time. And I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with it. The onboarding probably made me the happiest. I was sort of pissy because I get that way sometimes. I want things done the way I want them. But they use this really cool system. It was like a project management system. I think it was called Basecamp. Yeah, it was Basecamp. And I am actually looking at Basecamp specifically for kind of some of my processes and procedures because I work with multiple people, whether it's affiliates, whether it's within the loan business. There's multiple people that help me out with the loans that I'm doing, and it was so it was so smooth how they moved me in between individuals to have conversations and get education and training, and also to feed them information so they could build all this stuff for me. I was very, very pleased. So, long story short, if you're looking for a new system, it's a new year, new you, right? And you're looking for a system that's going to be a lead generation system. You're looking for a great CRM. I would say that's going to be for a real estate agent or even a loan officer. Uh, I would give my recommendation to both Follow Up Boss and Ylopo. I think they're fantastic, and I'm very happy with it. So, with that said, that's all I got. Appreciate you all. Real Estate Blitz, KSA Kris, aka Kris McCullough. You can always look me up on Instagram and Facebook. Quite a few people follow me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook the most, to be honest with you. Probably because, as my oldest son has told me, he's almost a teenager. It's because I'm old. Apparently, that's what happens as you age. And I stay on Facebook a lot because I like Facebook. But I am also on Instagram. You will not see me doing any TikTok dance videos. I know it's cool. I'll throw my hip out. I'm gonna pass. But Facebook or Instagram, hit me up. Appreciate you all. Have a good one.